Fukushima is on everybody's mind, and I'm my guest host here. I'm bringing this up because there's a dispute between two channels or multiple channels. One of them I would consider the people that are putting out information that the sky is falling and it's so bad, so unbelievably bad, that we can't handle it and we can't do anything about it, like powerlessness, totally negative, pessimistic, and I don't know where the facts are with that. Then on the other side, people are saying that they are finding liars in the other side, that it's lying, it's deceitful, it's full of fear, and they are not scientifically, telling anything that is within reality. They are in a delusional state of reality, a distorted reality. They have mental problems psychologically, or problems of being like criminal, to that extent, fraudulent, which is a crime. Fraud is a crime. And so there's a lot of accusations coming from that side. So obviously these two channel types, two sides in this whole Fukushima thing, I think it's hard for me to I try to describe them as if I'm being neutral, because I don't really want to say which side I'm supporting as of yet, till I gather more facts. But what I am doing is bring attention to the topic here, because this channel is supposed to be for seeking truth, and the truth will set you free. In other words, I mean, we need to be like extremely honest with ourselves about what's going on in the world, but what's going on within. There is an entire universe that's going on within each individual, and the only way we can change things is by dealing with you. You have to have self-awareness. That is the biggest thing. The worst Fukushima nuclear disaster, world catastrophe is happening within our soul. And you have a soul. It's right in there. So you go in and you take care of it. You go to ground zero. You go to the meltdown. You go find out what's really happening and see what you can do about it. Don't expect anyone on the outside. Don't complain and say, this is what's going on the outside. I can't affect this. Well, actually, you're much more powerful than you're willing to admit, because I will admit more, because I start with myself and I say, I can produce miracles. I've already have produced miracles. I'm a man that's almost 50 years old. I've had the hardest, roughest life that you can even imagine. Granted, I've had a lot of things that have given me extreme pleasure and blessing, gifts. The greatest things about life I've had. So in that way, some people are jealous of me, and some people are just in awe and just happy for me, and the best side of it. But I've been given that some of the time just to have the extreme drop into the bottom, into the gutter, the black hole, where nothing can get out, no joy, no love, no light. And that's what I've been dropped into. So the total two extremes. And I'm 50 now, I've survived it. That's a miracle in itself. And if I could have done that, going through all the things that I did, death-defying, adventure, unpredictable, the loss that I've suffered, and the sadness and the suffering, and that I suffer right now, even this conflict between channels in YouTube, where as the president, as the representative of the first virtual real community in the internet, to see these kind of things going on, and that people don't come together with agreement and harmony. I'm looking for that, and we need to have that. I'm encouraging that by not taking a side. I am telling you that there's two sides. We need to see how we can meet. What do we have in common? What is our truth that we have, so that we can have peace and love come from this. Even Fukushima can bring us to salvation. I know it sounds strange. I don't ask for these things, but we need to face the reality of it. I don't ask that any of you deny it or put your head into the sand and look away. I want you to face these things. That's why you come to my channel. Now, I send you, again, love vibrations and a message of truth, and find out about yourself. See what you can do before you point on the outside and say, oh, everything is so dark and terrible and lies and nobody gets along. Before you do that, say that we are all together. And you have the choice to come together for this. And I'm calling on everybody. At the sound of my voice, you must recognize what I've said and what this is leading to, because it's the ultimate answer to all the things, like the classic meaning of life. It always comes back to that. Everything, and in your thinking, in your being, in your believing, in our communications, our connection always brings us back to the same thing. So it keeps circulating, touching everything that's outside, every issue, even if it's Fukushima, even if it's these dramas within YouTube. I hope I've made some sense, and thanks for listening. Share this, make your comments, whatever you will do whenever you do get to watch this. Amen. Thank you. I want to thank you. Can I give you a hug? Another hug? Sometimes it's like she seems like I give her too many hugs. I give her too much attention. But then sometimes if she doesn't, like for a few hours, and she says, why aren't you hugging me? Why don't you pay me any attention? And this is the being here. This is the being that I didn't get to see for a long time, and I'm serious, a long time. And how many nights I cried when I couldn't get to be with her, and I didn't know anything that was happening with her.
Here's a monster.
And at least that's over with. What? Which is the monster? What? What are you trying to say? What? I'm trying to be nice to you, and you're bringing up monsters?
This one is the monster. He's dead already.
This is not the monster. That's the monster. You heard it here first, folks. She wouldn't lie. Would you lie?
This is
Would
the
you lie?
treasure
Do you
box.
tell the truth or do you lie?
I tell the truth.
She tells the truth. All right, you heard it from a child. What are you going to say? What? I mean,